Hi guys, I guess we can call this week Truth Week because God knows, like many of you, I'm so fed up of all the spin, the gaslighting, and the outright lying. And obviously, I'm not just talking about Harry and Meghan or the British monarchy. No, take a run through what is going on in my country and you'll see why I prefer to talk about the royals. Yes, I don't often talk about our situation here in South Africa on this channel because if you really want to despair, then you have to sit through 20 minutes of load shedding and farm murders. Here in my area, luckily, it's mostly burglary, petty crime, and undisciplined behavior. So I prefer to read local news only once or twice a week and put my head in the sand like the ostrich. Anyway, so let's answer some questions as truthfully as we can. What do I think of Harry and Meghan's HRH styling being removed from the royal website and them being demoted to the bottom of the pile? You want to know truthfully? Well, firstly, where had everybody been? They were demoted to the bottom last year, September already. Nothing new there, just mainstream media waking up all of a sudden. The removal of the HRH styling? Well, I think it is just to gaslight us into thinking the king or the palace is actually doing something about Harry. No, they are not. Harry and Meghan are no longer working royals and thus do not belong on the website. They stepped away, walked away, resigned, effed off, live in another country. What is so difficult to understand about the fact that Meghan Markle, the so-called Dutch heiress of Sussex, is not even a British citizen? Good golly, for a couple of pounds, I can also buy 1 square meter of land in Scotland along with a title. Does that mean I can also demand to be on the royal website? It's ridiculous. And the longer it is allowed, the more ridiculous it becomes. So, what if the HRHs are removed off the website? It is just a styling with very few privileges, and privileges they are not even using anyway because they do not live in Britain. So, in my very humble, no, not so humble opinion, this is much ado about absolutely nothing. Take Harry's ducal title, make him Mr. Mountbatten, Windsor, or Wales, like he always wanted, and then we can talk. 3 little letters off a website? Nah, means nothing. Oh, wow. Megan went to see the Barbie movie. Wow. Did she take Lily and Archie? No, she took Portia de Rossi. Wow! Just proof this 42-year-old woman has never grown up, and it raises further questions as to the treatment of those children. And then, shocker, Meghan Markle allegedly went to the Taylor Swift concert in Los Angeles with her friend Lucy Fraser. Wow! Shall I die now and go to heaven? No. Should it make the headlines if Joe ate beans and farted in Jerusalem? Good heavens. Are these newspapers so short on things to write about that we have to hear about this woman's every move? These celebrities are human. They eat, they sleep, they burp and fart and do other normal things like go to concerts and movies. My only question is, she's doing all of this while her husband is out of the country. So who is actually there to parent the children, kiss them, hug them, and tuck them into bed. Yes, indeed, mothers need a night off every now and then, but Meghan Markle seems to take a lifetime away from those children. No farmers markets, no Barbie movies. Just saying. Hey, and talking about that, just a piece of fun while we are on the subject. I caught old Harry in yet another lie. Chapter 83 of his book starts 5 months later, Christmas 2020. We took Archie to find a Christmas tree, a pop up lot in Santa Barbara. No, they didn't. On the 3rd of December 2020, multiple media outlets reported on the Sussexes being spotted buying their Christmas tree after a Twitter user, James, tweeted that Harry and Meghan came into their lot to buy a tree. He even told how a little boy ran up to Harry thinking he worked there. And Archie was not there, unless, of course, he was wearing his invisibility cloak that day. Oh, and did you hear the latest? Harry is so desperate to get away. I don't know from what to who, but he is so desperate that he is actually begging Japan to allow him to stay. He at least had the decency to say, if you will have me, with a real sad sack look on his face. Oh, shame. No one wants old poor has been any more. Shame. Poor wandering, homeless, countryless little skid mark. And you know what I mean, the type you get from a wet one. Okay, so what else is there? Oh. Australian media has confirmed what I told you yesterday. So, for the few naysayers, the handful who in the comments section said I was too late because Netflix already confirmed that they paid 2.4 million for the rights on the book. No, the total projection on production cost is 3 million. They advanced the Sussexes 2.4 million, which will be recovered from future earnings, and Carly Fortune will be paid approximately 60,000 for the rights to her book. Thank you, Australian media, for being honest and not just going along with the fluff. Well, guys, between Barbie movies, Taylor Swift concerts, Harry wanting to move to Japan, pretending to be besties with John Travolta when in the meantime they only ran into each other in a restaurant and had a quick, pleasant conversation. How much more secondhand embarrassment can we take? Well, there is the big hoo-ha about Harry meeting the Stellenbosch University Choir in Japan. And oh my word, how much nonsense can be spoken in only a few sentences. Harry is a big fan of this BS. Guaranteed. He has never even heard of them before. They are a university choir, not the national choir, not the Soweto gospel choir or the Drakensberg boys choir. Yes, this Stellenbosch University Choir is indeed the oldest choir in the country and often rated the best. But when it comes to fame among foreigners, there's also the Cape Town Philharmonic Choir and the Mzansi Youth Choir. And do not forget about the world famous Ladysmith Black Mambazo. Yes, when it comes to international recognition, it's not about the oldest or who is technically the best, but who is best known. And therefore, I think most foreigners may have heard about Ladysmith Black Mambazo and the Soweto Gospel Choir long before they heard of a university choir. So again, old Harry pretending to be this big hearted old sap. I mean, group hug? What? Is he in grade two? Seriously? And then the choir director told Harry he was so modest for such an icon. I nearly soiled myself laughing. The same applies the other way around. I am relatively sure more than half of the choir members did not know who Harry was until a month or two ago. And even if they did know who he was, I bet they knew little to nothing about him and still don't. This is all just fluff and PR because back at the ranch, behind closed doors, old Harry is still the pale skinned Brit who is held responsible for his forefathers' sins. Believe you me, I hear the people talking on ground level. It's a whole lot of pretense and hogwash. Go ask Julius Malema. He will tell you the truth. Okay, guys, I am done. A little sarcasm and humor today. We'll get down to some serious business again over the weekend. So until then, please take good care of yourselves. Bye.